Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 92 of the Realm Recap. I am Jason from Yakface.com, joined as always by Flyguy from Flyguy.net.
Not a problem. Hello, everyone. Hello, you. And 92. I know. I can't wait for the 100th episode. We're going to have to come up with something kind of.
Yeah.
What do you do for 100th episodes? But we'll come up with something. Anyway.
This week was kind of not a whole lot was going on, but over the past couple of days, some kind of breaking figure information has come out. And just like right as we were going live, like within the past 15 minutes or so, I received a few links via a Twitter follower named Pocky Bandit, who shared some links to one of the Asian eBay-like sites. Taobao, I think is what it is. And there are some new figure images for the the Han, the Leia, and as of yet unidentified astromech from the Force Awakens.
So this is the articulated figures.
Yep. Theoried or rumored to be, which I guess would only make sense that these would be part of the Walmart exclusive 3.75-inch Black Series line.
Yep.
But we get a nice shot of the Han Solo from Starkiller Base in his blue coat.
Yeah, bear with me 1 second. The image is,
It's not the greatest or sharpest of images available. So
they're better than normal.
Yeah.
They are better than normal. So they're actually not too bad at all. It's, I don't know, it's not a bad looking hand. And it is certainly very detailed. A lot of, you get chrome in the weapon and, different colors for the pants and the holster there and gloves and silver. I mean, there's a lot of love being put in that figure. It may not be the most super impressive Captain Phasma looking figure, but that actually is very like Carrie Fisher in some ways, isn't it?
In some ways.
In some ways it is. There's something about that kind of scowl that she's got as she's got older. She's got a little, I think, the lips and stuff. But
yeah, I hope we get a better, from the painted samples that we've seen on eBay that's been going around the past couple days, and now this one, the quality of the paint job is not the greatest for Leia's face, which is sad to say.
Well, that's maybe why these are a little bit reduced in price, or not reduced in price, but are up early, as they're not from official sources. But
right,
yeah, I can't see a lot of people rushing out to buy these. I have to be saying it's a very niche figure in some ways.
Right. I'm surprised we're getting this outfit for Leia. I don't know what to call it. I labeled it as the formal attire outfit.
Yeah.
It's like, what else do you call it? But
very weird combination. But I mean, I have to applaud them for trying the combination of both the fabric and the plastic good. It's, I mean, as a toy maker, someone, there's love being put into these things and time and sculpting, and I don't know whether it's a complete success, in terms of its final product, but you got to admire the work that's going in there.
I'd rather have this figure like this than not at all. So
yeah, sure.
A lot of people are kind of give me perfection or give me nothing.
Yep.
I'm not of that mindset. I'd rather get a decent representation of that figure. It doesn't have to be, totally tricked out or have all the bells and whistles and be able to, put its foot over its head as far as being articulated. I mean, it's just, I don't know. This could have just as easily been one of the 5 POA figures.
Absolutely.
I hope we get one in that assortment as well.
Well, it'd be disappointing to get it in articulated, not near. Yeah, it's just figure choices seem very strange sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's really interesting stuff to see. Very interesting.
And then this third one is kind of came out of complete left field, really. This is kind of, I don't recall seeing this in The Force Awakens. I'm not sure, I'm not sure what the reference is for this figure. It's not named in the listing either. So,
well, kind of like a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about the sideshow with the astromech from Return of the Jedi, who was away in like a pinprick in the background.
Right.
It could well be the situation that this guy appeared very briefly in the Rebel base somewhere. Right. I don't know, in a way, but we'll know more once the Blu-ray comes in. I'm sure people will scout it for a ton of details, but
Yeah. There was another figure that we didn't share here. You know, it's again, like I mentioned, it had gone around some of the other sites as well. You know, Jedi Temple Archives had posted it. We had posted it on our Facebook page. Rebel Scum posted it. But there's a 3 3/4 inch Captain Phasma, which we've also suspected for a while that was going to be coming to the 3 3/4 inch line.
And this one will sell. That's
Oh
for
yeah.
sure. So, I mean, again, for not having Phasmas for long enough, and then suddenly we've, you can pretty much find Phasmas everywhere these days, even online, or certainly you can get her for a reasonable price. We've had a good 5 POE figure. We've had an armor up 5 POE,
Yeah.
and they're articulated, so she's been well represented.
Yeah.
Or someone as well who's barely been on the screen. She was barely in the movie. So
Right, and she was also available in that Kohl's exclusive, like multi-pack.
that's right.
She was
That's
available
right.
in that Amazon exclusive, like Legion set. So we've got plenty of opportunities to get her. It's just now nice being able to get a super articulated 3 3/4 inch version to go with the various other super articulated 6-inch lines that are available for this character.
So very likely a Walmart exclusive still here in the US, and Asda exclusive in the UK, and that'll be it, I think, really,
Right.
For those figures.
Let's see. Yeah, next up, little bit of news here. See, we went through number 2. 6-inch figures have been found for the Black Series at Target in Nevada, and this assortment includes the much anticipated and waited for Ahsoka figure from Rebels, as well as. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, it dawned on me there when I saw it. We saw the prototype at Star Wars Celebration, so
Right.
that was what, nearly a year ago. That was July.
Oh yeah.
So very nearly a year ago. So it just shows you that was them having the prototype ready at that point. So who knows what's in the works for this time next year? So.
Right. This figure looks pretty fantastic. I mean, they really translated it well from the painted mock-ups that we had been shown before, and like also the Kanan is part of this assortment.
Yep.
And
nice.
dress Luke.
Yeah. Again, nice combination of plastic and cloth fabric going on there as well. Lots of just the colors and the transfers going on there. It's a beautiful figure.
Mm-hmm.
For $21.99, I don't understand how people sometimes aren't really incredibly appreciative of what they're getting, because the price of 3.75, whether articulated or not, are just going up and up and up.
Right.
So you get a lot more bang for your buck with this stuff, I think, in my point of view. But
yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be nice too if because Marvel, they have the 6-inch line, and they do include a few more accessories with a lot of their figures, whether it's switch out heads, a different assortment of weapons, or a varied assortment of weapons, or hands, or something like that. I would hope we could get something more like that from the Black Series as it goes forward.
Yeah, that'd be good.
If they're not going to do the build a figure, then maybe they can amp up the accessory count a little bit more.
That would be good. I agree.
What else? What is the next one? I think the last one here is it was, I think, just a few days ago, midweek, Dorkside Toys had tweeted out that they were going to be putting up pre-orders for the Takodana Encounter multi-pack, which will go up for pre-order on Tuesday.
Yes, this is going to be a very, very popular one, and we've had these figures, the 3 of them, before, but apart from, in fact, we've had that Rey as well with the lightsaber.
That's a different outfit, Rey, with the lightsaber.
There you go. That's how much attention I'm paying. And Maz Kanata and Treasure Chest.
Yeah.
Very good.
I'll be pre-ordering for sure. If I can get in.
This is going to be popular enough, that's for sure. So, yeah.
And what I find interesting, too, about this is that it's got an estimated arrival of April, which is a pretty decent turnaround for something that was announced so recently.
I think this is, it's probably been in the works for a long time, but I think this is more the Blu-ray push will be a huge marketing blitz, so you're going to see a lot of other stuff as well pushed around that time. So.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good one.
Definitely.
To that. Speaking of new figure reveals and whatnot, Funko keeps up in their game, and they announced a whole bunch of new exclusive, not necessarily strictly exclusives, but exclusive and general release pop figures. They shared a Periscope video on Friday announcing what I think 9 or 10 new figures, 9 I believe.
That's right. I know they just revealed 11 a few weeks ago.
Right.
So, or one of them was there. So
Yeah, the Periscope feed doesn't work anymore. I think it's limited to like a 48-hour period, so you can't watch
that's
the reveals live any longer. But if you follow us on various social media channels, Instagram, Twitter, we'll be sending out some better quality images of these as they get revealed.
yep.
But yeah, Luke Skywalker ceremonial, Han Solo ceremonial, the AT-AT driver, Re-Eyes or Re-Ease, depending on
Yeah,
what camp you're in. Luke
absolutely.
Skywalker, Bespin, Luke
Yep.
Skywalker Bespin Encounter, which is missing a hand, which is pretty awesome. Kit Fisto, Plo Koon, and the Blue Senate Guard from Attack of the Clones, I believe.
The Blue Senate Guard was one I did not see coming.
No,
The rest of them are fairly kind of popular in terms of being produced. The Bestman handless look one is Bestman Encounter. That's bound to be, if it's not been revealed already, an exclusive somewhere.
yeah, you would think
I would
so.
imagine so. Yeah, I would imagine so. Hot Topic or whatever it may be. So
Of these 9, 4 of them are exclusive to Walgreens. Those are the starred ones here in the images that we're sharing. But if you're not watching live or watching the video, the AT-AT driver, Re-Eyes, Kit Fisto, and Plo Koon are all exclusive to Walgreens. So,
yep, it's going to be fun collecting these. That's for sure. It's going to be a little hard for some people, but
yeah,
you've always got eBay or Pop Culture you can buy them from. So
right.
hopefully,
So a nice huge reveal from them
really would.
regarding new product. This was shared out by one of the people we follow on Twitter. I'm sure you follow as well.
Yes.
Across the Stars, 50% off pops at Walgreens over the weekend.
That's crazy.
Getting ready to clear out for new product. I would assume.
That's a lot of riot troopers in there. I mean, they're exclusive to their store, and
Yep.
that's kind of nuts to lump them in with the rest of the general pop. But I mean, again, as you always would say, mileage may vary. So your stores, some of mine have none, but frozen for some reason,
Right.
and no reward pop. So yeah, each store will vary, but that's a lot of pop in that store. Phasmas as well. Wow.
Yeah, if you want a Coronation Anna, you could go to pretty much any
Everywhere.
Walgreens.
Exactly. The frozen just ain't shifting, but that's a good deal. That's a very
Yeah.
good deal.
I tweeted out to, or I think I messaged some of the guys from the First Order Transmissions, Corey and the guys, that if they saw some of the exclusive ones there, like the Royal Guard and what's her name, the Snow Trooper,
Yep.
because I haven't gone back and tried to backfill anything prior to the ones that came out for the Force Awakens, but that's kind of started to go by the wayside now as of late. So I'm looking for those. So
okay.
hopefully
I can do that too.
I'll be picking those up shortly at that decent price. That, I mean, who could pass up those at $5 each then?
Exactly. That's crazy.
Let's see what else. Whoops, I screwed up there. Here we go.
Still on the pop, I think.
Still on the pop. Smugglers Bounty promo video. This was something shared by Funko on their official YouTube channel, which is a really it's an awesome advertisement for the Smugglers Bounty box. It's, I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like a animated thing regarding their pop line. But
they do this a lot, yeah.
Yeah, they do it a lot with their Marvel stuff, I've noticed.
Yep.
But this is the first Star Wars one I've seen.
It is the first Star Wars one I've seen as well, and this is just preempting the next Smugglers Bounty box after the Cantina. And Kylo Ren's on the outside. I love the bobble there, just as he lands, all the bobble.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, they do it a lot. There's no voiceover, no nothing. It's just a little promo to basically pimp it out. But
yep, it's effective, I think.
It is. It depends on what you're into, but definitely it's God, these boxes, they're just, that's 3 a month I want. 3 different, well, not 3 a month, but 3 different types I want now nearly. So,
Yeah.
the Funko is, as we were talking about the first order transmissions on Friday, the Funko has really bit in for a lot of people. So,
Yeah.
there we go.
Let's see.
Popular stuff.
And regarding that Smuggler's Bounty box, there's 2 days left in order to subscribe to that, in order to get the Cantina box, which is the next one in the series, the third, which is the 3rd box offered so far. So it's pretty much common knowledge now what the first pop is that's included in there, but it's still kind of a little up in the air what the second pop in the box is. A lot of people have speculation on what that is, but they should be arriving this week, I would think. So
I'll stay away from Reddit and Twitter because a lot of people want to keep this a surprise, and it's really hard to do these days.
Like,
so
people that either A, don't want to find out what happened tonight on The Walking Dead, or they don't want to find out what is in their various subscription service boxes.
Yeah, you got to stay away from online, otherwise it's going to get spoiled.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Moving on from Funko, there wasn't a whole lot from Lego or Sideshow news this week, but Anovos did send out. They sent out a notification that they have a standard version of the Han Solo ensemble outfit from The Empire Strikes Back. This one is a more affordable, i.e., cheaper version that doesn't include like the holster and whatnot, but it includes the jacket, the shirt, the pants, the belt. So
I never knew a Han Solo had little elasticated bits on his pants.
Little straps to keep his pants tucked in his boots.
Han Solo's belt. There you go. After all these years in the movie, you can get a close up there.
Yeah, never saw what it looked like.
Now you did.
But I would say that's a pretty respectable price for all of that. I mean, $400.
I agree. I mean, these are not made in a mass quantity. They're made with a lot of love, care, and attention. It's a licensed product. Yeah. It's if you're going to cosplay, that's not unreasonable for a really good display, or display it on a mannequin or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
You still got to shell out for boots and, of course, the blaster, but you could probably get that pretty cheaply. But
yeah,
he wore the brown pants. Very cool.
Yeah. You would think the boots and the blaster would be the easiest part to come about. They're
probably the most complex.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting the right kind of boots, expensive as well, all that leather. Very good. Anovos, they just continue to keep going. I mean, I don't know how many people are going to go and buy that, but it's very nice to see that you have an outlet out there for some of this cosplay stuff, because
right,
you're not going to get this stuff everywhere. It's not going to sell this in Walmart, that's for sure. So,
yep. Let's see. Moving on to something a little bit more affordable. If you're in that, if you can't quite spring for the cosplay stuff. This was shared by our friend Stud Shooter on Twitter a couple days ago. Hot Wheels Grievous he had found at retail at Walmart.
I didn't see. Very cool.
Yeah,
that's a cool little car, isn't it? That's
very
cool design.
I like that.
I do love these Hot Wheels, the card design. I mean, take away the card and I'm less bothered about it, the car. But beautiful designs on the card backs. Very collectible indeed.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll start seeing some of the other ones that have been shown for quite a while now. There's a Ray car that's out, that I think it was shown at a couple cons this year. Well, I guess, New York Comic Con was maybe the first time that was shown. But there's a few more character cars coming.
Nice touches, as Stud Shooter said there, the grill at the front and the sabers.
Right.
Beautiful design. I love the work they put in that. Very nice. That's very slick indeed.
Yeah. And let's see what else. This was something that was shared from Vinylmation World. They announced that there was a Vinylmation Jedi Spirit set that was going to be available for sale, I think starting on the 11th, which was Friday, at Disney Parks.
Wow.
I was able to, they did have it online briefly. I was able to get an order in, and then I got it 2 days later, I got a follow-up email. Oh, we didn't, don't have this product to fulfill your order. So I was kind of
Nice.
bummed out about that. But yeah, this is the Jedi Spirit set that has the revisionist history version of Anakin and
Wow.
Spirit Yoda, Spirit Obi-Wan.
These vinyl missions are just incredibly tough to get. I think they seem
They
to
are
be
very
really,
hard, the chase ones. If
it's
you're
just yeah.
if you don't have the money to spend, it's a tough line to stay current with if that's your plan.
It's just trying to keep up with them, trying to keep aware that there's so many kind of flavors, and as you said, you order it and then you don't get it, and it's just it's so frustrating trying to collect some lines of Star Wars stuff. Anyway, such is our burden.
Yeah, it's like you almost have to know someone that lives in California or Florida that can actually physically go and pick one up. I mean,
really nearly. So yeah,
be hands on about it. But
yeah.
a couple custom bits here. Well, one really. I shared this earlier this week on Yakface.com and our various social channels. A custom Rathtar that was done by Brad Harris. I don't know if you had a chance to see this.
I didn't know. I've been a little tied up this week, but that's phenomenal.
Yes.
Wow.
3D rendered and designed, and it's fully articulated where it has rubbery tentacles, I suppose.
Yeah.
And as you scroll down, if you're watching live, you'll see this in the video we're sharing, but fully painted up. It's pretty awesome.
Oh my God, they've got a box.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. This confuses me. I mean, you'd think it was such a kind of kiddie element in the Force Awakens. To me, this CGI monster. It was very kind of kid and fun, even though it's
right.
killing people. But they just did nothing with it. I expected little daft hand puppets and kind of something.
Some plush thing.
Something. But yeah, nothing. And now here we are. So leave it to the fans. Of course, you're just going to absolutely knock it out of the park, and knock it out they do.
Yep.
With a 3D render box. Wow. Fantastic work, Brad.
Yeah. Superb. If you scroll down a little bit farther towards, it's got some other items that he had done. There's the crate dragon.
Wow.
And there's also a TIE Defender, which is the 3-winged TIE fighter. I think you saw that up there. And he fully 3D designed that and printed it and painted it. It's pretty cool if you can click on that.
Okay, let's have a look. Wow, good God.
It's beyond impressive.
Jeez. That's wow. Speechless.
Yeah.
Look at the detail he's put in here.
It's pretty badass.
Oh my God. That's
electronic crazy. Sounds, packaging.
He's even went with the correct packaging there if you look at it.
Yep.
Legends, it's obviously, the EU. Who designs the inside of the box for the pack? I mean, wow. Brad Harris, sir, we salute you. Back of the box. God, this thing must have taken him months to do.
You would think.
Very, very impressive. That's quite phenomenal, actually.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I love it when fans can really go to town and create stuff. I mean, a lot of it's just consume and buy and
complain,
complain bitterly. It's too much money, and you get people like Brad Harris there who just contribute so much to this. Wow, phenomenal.
Let's see, what else do we have here? I think that's pretty much it for really the collecting portion of the week. There's some TV, movie, book, and game news type releases and announcement that came out this week. The first one here regarding the Target exclusive version of The Force Awakens that's coming out in the first week of April 5th. It was confirmed by, Target themselves, essentially. This was sent to us via a tweet from Sandy Moore. They received a notification from Target that there is no third disc in that release, in that Target exclusive set. It's a digital download only. type of footage, and that's available through a download code. Not too surprising.
It's not, and it's sad. And I think I bitched about it heavily before that it's. I can't remember what it was, Ant-Man or something else, and you go and buy a retail exclusive disc only to find out that it's a 1 minute 43
Right.
feature, which is available already on YouTube. It's just, why bother?
Yeah.
They're just getting cheaper and cheaper with these Blu-rays, sadly, and I hope they don't do this with the Force Awakens. But
yeah, because this one's a 20-minute download apparently, so
that's at least worth a little something. So.
And they were previewing that. I think StarWars.com had posted to their official YouTube channel a little preview of the table read from The Force Awakens, so get to see what that's going to be like. This next one here is, I would say it's kind of spoilery if you're not into wanting to know what certain things look like in Episode 8 already. You could kind of skip ahead or not listen or watch this portion of the show, but our friends at MakingStarWars.net have, I don't know, they've got spies all over the world apparently, and
they do.
they were sent some images from the shooting in Croatia, I believe it is still.
That's right.
New troopers and aliens and some space horse. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting stuff. And it's funny that it goes back to an old hyperspace render there as well. So they're reusing some old images again. How clever. So yeah, the city of Dubrovnik is just the place to be for Star Wars fans right now.
Yep.
There's a close-up there with some Arabesh in the helmets, and what looks like a taser or something in their side belts. I think as you and I were saying on the First Order transmissions, I just can't shake from my mind the Mandalorian police. It just keeps reminding me of them every time I see it. That very grey kind of tunic all the way.
Right.
But yeah, where's the Space Horse thing?
Yeah, I think that's in a different link.
Oh, okay.
But if you're interested in what some of the shooting locations and characters and aliens look like from filming, you could go over to MakingStarWars.net and check out their various links. They have stuff for not only Episode 8, but Rogue One as well. So you can check them out.
Indeed.
What else do we have here? Regarding some comic news, I think you had shared this earlier this week regarding John Tyler Christopher's variant covers for the Poe Dameron.
That's right. It's still available. So, which, it's not Boba Fett. It's going to take a little longer. But these covers, God, they've just gone up and up. I cannot find for the life of me the Luke Skywalker one, the sketch cover.
Oh, yeah.
But it's the only one I'm missing. But he put this up this week, and along with some other Marvel ones. But yeah, it's another John Tyler Christopher exclusive sketch cover to the color version's been revealed already. I think you showed it or someone else showed it. But yeah, if you want them all, then you got to get this one. So he does ship worldwide. A little expensive, but he does ship if you want to get it. And yeah, add it to your collection, which is really just a John Tyler Christopher collection for me at the moment. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Basically between Marvel and Star Wars.
There are a lot of them. There was another one as well. This was shared by Collector Cantina on Twitter this week as well. There's one that has, it's kind of looks like the early bird.
I've seen this, yeah.
I don't know if you've seen this one.
I have not. So
yeah. It's got the Force Awakens version of C-3PO along with R2-D2 and a Death Star droid in what looks like the kind of a version of the mail away or early bird tray from the from back in the day.
Pricey. This will be pricey. It's this is not the biggest of conventions, so the run will probably be a lot smaller. Damn it! Stop doing this, John. Anyway.
Yeah, another one for you.
Yes, definitely.
Cover variant collectors. Two more quick ones here. Number 5. Our friend Chris Perillo, who we both follow on on social media and whatnot. He sent out a tweet. I can't remember if it was yesterday or if it was today. They all blur together, but he's in the planning stages of putting together like a Star Wars creator fan summit, he's calling it, in Seattle this coming August. So
nice.
I think that could be fun.
That could be fun. All uninvited. What a nice thing to be. I mean, that's. I'm sure you and I would both have loved to went to the ICE summit.
Oh yeah,
the collector summit that goes up there. I know I kind of live vicariously through Marjorie and Arnie, who go and report everything, which thank goodness they do, because it's fascinating for vintage nerds. But that's really nice of Chris to do that. And yeah, I forget he's up in Seattle sometimes. I forget he's up there. So yeah, he's taken a couple of photographs, and it's always been sunny, so I never assume that he's in Seattle. Which sounds terrible, I'm sure, but yeah. So that's cool.
I'm very interested in attending something like that.
Well, just get in your car and drive down a little bit and Rancho Obi-Wan.
I know.
It's not that far. Just a little bit. I got a brother-in-law and sister-in-law that live in Seattle, so might have to make a trip out of it. So we'll see. I'm seriously excited about more so something like this than a celebration or a San Diego Comic-Con. You know, those are typically so commercialized, and obviously they're packed. This seems to be more towards, I don't know, just the straight ahead collector and the hardcore.
Yeah, and maybe not even hardcore, but maybe something that's just more accessible to the regular person, where it doesn't cost you a ton, and you're not trying to refresh a ticket ordering thing in the middle of the night, and like how it happens with San Diego Comic-Con. So,
or you're queuing for things for a day and a half and you don't get in. So yeah.
So yeah, I'm hopeful that this thing pans out. I definitely am going to try to make that event and attend. So
good for you. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see more. And again, I'm sure if Chris is involved, if you get anything to do with it, it'll be an audio-visual spectacular. Everything will be recorded, and we'll get to see it all, which is fantastic. We'll actually get to share it with you, so that's good.
Yeah.
All good.
Let's see. And finally here with some of the news, there was again, this has probably been shared out quite a bit over the past week or so that since we did our last show, but there was a cool fanfic or fan film for Darth Maul, the Sith Apprentice. I know we talked about this on the First Order Transmissions the other day, but there's a really well done fan film.
Superb.
It's probably the best one that I remember seeing.
I have to agree with you. I just thought, when I looked at the running time after 17 minutes, I thought, I don't have 7 seconds at the moment, never mind 17 minutes, but it caught my attention, and it grabbed me from the beginning, and it's superbly done. It took them 2 years to make this.
Yeah.
2 years for a 17-minute film. You owe it to them alone just to sit down and watch this thing, because the fight sequences, and I know I'll get hate mail for it, but they kicked some of the prequels ass in this. Yeah. They really did. They just superb stuff. Really superb. The actor, the German actor, I think it is, who plays the Darth Maul, that makeup is just, it's flawless.
Even his face, discounting the makeup, in the makeup, he's the spitting image of Ray Park in the role. It's really well done, and the effects are top notch. They're you watch a lot of fan films, and some of them are, you could obviously tell there's some kind of shaky CGI,
or cardboard cutout robots or something. Simon Pegg, and
yeah. This is beyond any of that. So it's really good. The voiceover stuff and the acting is not your typical fan film fanfic either. It's really top of the line type stuff. So we'll have a link in the show notes as well if people haven't seen it yet, so they could jump right to it from there. But it's definitely worth a watch, and be sure to, when you watch it, give the video a like too when you're on YouTube. That really shows the people that put it out that you appreciate what they've done. it probably cost them a fortune to do. Obviously, I mean, it took them a couple years and whatnot, and their time. So
there's a very interesting. I stopped what I was doing and I ended up watching because I watched it religiously just after the first few minutes, and there was a making of as well, which is in the description in the show note just underneath, and that's just as entertaining. There's a couple of stunts they break down and they showed you how they did it. In the fan film, it just looks fantastic, and then you see how they did it, and it's simple stuff, trampolines and wires, and fantastic. So yeah, very, very good job on that. 6 million views so far, so well worth your time.
Yeah. Let's see. That brings us to our reviews and new acquisitions and purchases for the week. I was kind of light, but I did pick up a few things. I didn't have any reviews, but I pre-ordered the previews exclusive Pop Rancor Luke and Ula set from Dorkside, which I just had to have because that Rancor is the best.
It is. Okay. I've always had the guinea bobble. It's going to be really weird, but
yeah, it's really well done. And then I also picked up the Funko Hikari Boba Fett. I don't know if we've talked about it before, obviously. What kind of got me, this went up for sale on the Funko shop website, limited to 250. What kind of got me into this is that, like I mentioned before, Chris Pirillo, he has the prototype of the prototype. He has the, so I was kind of coveting that just for the fact that he has that. And I do collect the prototype Boba Fett figures. Like there's the Lego, there's the Kubrick, obviously Hasbro versions, Sideshows versions. So I had to add that one to the pile. I tweeted out a picture, I think, tweeted out and put it on Instagram. Huge response to this.
I know. And yes, I think fans were just not prepared for the fact that you made the 6-inch version that you made, and that caused another little Twitter storm. And
oh yeah,
that was fun. Yeah, I enjoyed that. Very good indeed.
Yeah.
But nothing else?
Nope, that was it for me. It was pretty restrained week.
The Hikari is not cheap, so that's an expensive piece.
Yeah.
Reviews for me this week. I got a chance to. I just could not resist the 3.75-inch Finn FN2187. So I had a look at that. Great looking little figure. I actually really like the build-a thing, whatever it is with it, but a nicely done figure, which is kind of going in some places for like $25 to $30 online. I just don't get it. I saw tons of them at the weekend, but I guess mileage may vary. So I finally got around to reviewing the Captain Phasma and the Stormtrooper and the Kylo Ren and Poe helmets, which I really like also. I really like the quality of them. So that was pretty much it for reviews. What else did we have? What else did I buy? The only thing I bought this week was non-Star Wars was the DC not Justice League, the League of Collectors box set.
Okay.
Which is kind of sucky.
Oh.
Wasn't great for me. I think a lot of people said that the T-shirt and a few other things were just a little poor. It came with some Dorbs, which I don't know whether really a lot of Funko Pop fans are just really latching onto. But I think that was the letdown. But great little armored Batman pop, and that's it. No Star Wars. I'm moving house, so I'm just trying not to buy stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing else. So yeah.
Sounds good. I think with that wraps up this week's show. Another short one, but it was still jam-packed full of all sorts of goodies and some new goodies that we hadn't got to talk about before. So
that's right. Yeah.
Good overall. We will be back next week, maybe. We'll see. Sometime late. I think we're going to switch to a different day. Probably. Depending on what your current living arrangement is.
I know.
Country of origin, who knows?
We'll be back as soon as we can. Yes, it's me that's causing the problems, not Jason. So
that's right.
We'll be back with a new show as soon as I can get good Wi-Fi and a good time zone.
Sounds good. So again, thanks everyone for watching and commenting and sharing. We will be back as soon as we can with another new show. So we'll see you next time. Thanks.
See you later.